So we're back into another Fallout video. Yes, Fallout Season 2 is currently playing on Amazon as of time of recording. I'm on episode 5 right now, and I thought, you know what, it's probably time to make another Fallout video on the channel. This particular one is comparing which one has the better intro. Is it Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, or Fallout 4? As you're watching, you can write down in the comments down below. There are time codes in this video, so you can check out all those timestamps wherever you want. Just a quick warning, there will be spoilers in the video, so this is your spoiler warning right now, alright? Anyway, let's continue. This is Fallout versus mode. Which introduction is better? Now, all three games have a bit of a narration. I'm not going to go everything they say in the narration, I'll just say what they emphasize. And in Fallout 3, the game that we'll start off with, the emphasis on this introduction is the fact that nobody ever enters Vault 101 and no one ever leaves Vault 101.
In Vault 101, no one ever enters, and no one ever leaves.
So as we see this beginning scene right here, where your character is being born and you play as your character being born, which is a little bit weird to say the least, but you're expected to believe that this is Vault 101 because no one ever enters and no one ever leaves. So this, for what you would know as your first playthrough, is Vault 101. You basically start off immediately by giving your character a name. I'm going to call my particular character in this game Wolf. And then we'll move on to character designing, where we'll get to design what our character actually looks like. And I'm kind of happy with the way that they've given us our character right now, so I'm going to accept that and move on.
That, Catherine?
Oh, very strapping.
And then all of a sudden, something goes wrong and your mother goes into cardiac arrest and dies there.
James.
Catherine, she's in cardiac arrest. Start compressions. Get the baby out of here. Move, move.
And then we get blinded by the white screen of death where it says 1 year later, and we've grown up in the vault just a little bit, enough to start teaching us about how to walk and all that kind of stuff. But the real emphasis on this part is to choose your skills from a special book that you'll be able to choose your skills from, and your dad will read you a Bible passage that will probably become important later on in the game, but not at this point in time. Then the dad, played by Liam Neeson, goes,
"Let's go see if your little friend Amada wants to play."
And then as we follow the dad leading out of the apartment, we get another white blinding light that goes 9 years later, and it means that we've been in this vault for 10 years. This will now be the 10th birthday for your character, where he gets a special gift.
Down here in Vault 101, when you turn 10, well, you're ready to take on your first official vault responsibilities. So here you are. As Overseer, I hereby present to you your very own Pip-Boy 3000. Get used to it.
So we get given the Pip-Boy 3000 and we can talk to some other members of the vault. For example, we get to talk to Amata. She's the Overseer's daughter.
I better let you get back to mingling with your guests.
You get to talk to Old Lady Palmer, who you'll probably never talk to again after this little part, but she'll give you a sweet roll, so she's awfully nice. However, Butch, the other character sitting in the opposite chair, it wants to steal the sweet roll that she gave to you.
Give me that sweet roll you got from Old Lady Palmer.
Anyway, this leads into a fight where Butch tries to fight you and your character doesn't know how to fight back, so the officer steps in, so yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, after a while, after talking to some guests, your dad will go on the intercom and he will say that he and Jonas have been cooking up a little surprise present.
Hey, that was Jonas on the intercom. He and I have been cooking up a little surprise present.
So you go downstairs, you talk to Jonas, and you wait for your dad to arrive, and then you get your surprise present, which just so happens to be a BB gun. Then they set up a shooting range for you, so you can go to the shooting range, practice your gun, and then you'll see a giant rat roach pop out, and then you'll have to kill it. Once you've killed it, then you take a picture of your dad, and then you get another blinding white screen, which will say 6 years later. During this time, you'll have to take an exam. It's your GOAT exam. It's where they choose what job you're going to do inside a vault. So go to the classroom and begin the exam.
Unless anyone else has an insightful comment, let's get started.
And as you take this exam, you can answer what type of answers you want. And as you do, it will choose what job your character will do in the future.
Question 3. You discover a young boy lost in the lower levels of the vault. He's hungry and frightened, but also appears to be in possession of stolen property. What do you do?
This bit, there's some really funny answers, and you can kind of choose if you want to take things a little bit more serious with the answers, or you can just choose the answers that is completely ridiculous and that you probably shouldn't pick, but you do it anyway.
I wonder who will be brave enough to be your first customer as the vault's new tattoo artist. I promise it won't be me.
Anyway, what the goat really is just a way of choosing the skills that your character will have. You've got your special skills that we saw before, and you've got these main skills that you can actually choose right here. Where you can kind of select what you want your skills to be on. The goat will kind of give you kind of like an area of what the skills should go on, but you've got the option to change these immediately afterwards. So if you want them on science, repair, and explosives, then you can be like me and have them on science, repair, and explosives.
Hello.
As you walk out the class, you'll get another white blinding light, and it will say 3 years later, your character will be 19, and something interesting has happened.
You've got to get out of here. Your dad is gone, and my father's men are looking for you.
And then it's time to escape the vault. Pretty much you'll go through a conversation with Mara, and you'll go through different areas of the vault. I'm not going to go through every single area. However, I'm going to say you'll get to the end of the vault, and depending how you got here will depend what Amata says to you. I'm not going to say anything more than that for the people who are playing this first time.
You did it! You opened the door! My God, I almost didn't believe it was possible.
And then all you do is you walk up to the exit, the vault door will close behind you, and you'll be able to go to the outside world. You will have exited and left Vault 101. Moving on to Fallout New Vegas now, and you'll play as a character who everyone will refer to you as the Carrier. Now, after you take somewhat of what I'd like to say a bullet to the brain,
from where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
anyway, basically, you'll wake up in Doc Mitchell's house, who would have fixed you up, and you did survive, so that's a good thing, and now you get to rename your character. I'm going to call my character Snake. And then he says, because he fixed you up, he just want to make sure that he got the parts right. So he shows you a picture of the character, which is where you get to redesign what your character looks like. So he'll say he got it mostly correct anyway, and then you can move over to the skill section.
Well, I got most of it right anyway.
Anyway, I'd say put a lot of your skills on intelligence, because that's the thing that's going to affect your level. So the more skills on intelligence, the easier it's going to be leveling up. I'm not going to say too much after that. I'm just going to have a better time putting all your skills on intelligence. Then you'll have to answer a few questions from the doc and answer a few picture questions as well, because he'll show you some pictures. And then he'll basically say these are the skills that he thinks that you have. And you can just, again, double check and make sure that he's got all that correct. Then you'll have to talk to him one last time before he'll allow you to the outside world, and that's where you can actually walk around this little town. However, unlike last time, the tutorial was exiting the vault. This tutorial is basically exiting the town. And to exit the town, which you can just wander off if you really want to, or you can do what the game wants you to do and do the tutorial through Sunny Smiles, who's in the saloon.
Yeah. I guess there's a thing or two I could show you.
Then you'll get a gun and you'll have to learn to shoot bottles off a fence.
Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles.
And then from the town that you're in, which is Goodsprings, you'll have to travel south just a tad, where you'll shoot some geckos using your VAT VATs, which will basically slow down time, and you'll be able to shoot some geckos head on. Then she'll teach you how to live off the land by making some healing powder. That requires Brock flowers and Xander roots, and you'll just have to go explore and gather some of them and then return to her to make this healing powder. Afterwards, she basically says you've completed all the stuff that she needs to do and that you should probably talk to Trudy, but that's completely up to you. If you do talk to Trudy, there'll be a quest that you need to do. Basically, there's a character called Joe Cobbs who's kind of threatening the Goodsprings and all that. Basically, he's doing it because he needs to find a character called Ringo who's waiting up north. If you want to side with Goodsprings and help Ringo out, you can go around the town asking to assist Ringo take on Joe Cobbs and his gang. You can basically talk to Sunny Smiles again to ask her for help. You can then go to a character called Easy Pete, ask him for help. You can go back to Doc Mitchell, and you can even go to Trudy as well. Once you're all done, go back to Ringo, tell him you're ready to take on the Powder Gangers, which is what Joe Cobb's gang is part of. Then all you have to do is take them all out, and you're basically done with this mission. As you proceed down south, which is the next area that you need to go to, if you select that in your quests, you'll just travel down south and you'll get a little pop-up that will say to confirm your character. And if you're all good with your character, then you'll exit the tutorial area and you'll be all good to play the rest of the game. The next game on the list is Fallout 4, and you'll immediately start off in the character customization area, and you kind of get to choose whether you want to be a male or female by selecting one of these two people. From makeup to hairstyles to facial hair, honestly, these game is wild with how much character customization you get to do at the beginning stage of this game. You get to really design the character that you want, and I love it. Anyway, after this, you'll be able to explore the house, and you'll only be able to explore just the inside, as the outside is off limits. And you can also interact with different objects by clicking on them, and your character will make a comment about it.
Looks like the milk got delivered.
A Vault Tech rep will come to the door, and you'll be able to say good morning to him if you would like to, or you can be mean to him, doesn't really matter. You'll have to answer a few questions that relate to your special skills, and you'll also be able to name your character. I'm going to call my character Eagle.
Mr. Eagle, Sean has been changed, but he absolutely refuses to calm down. I think he needs some of that paternal affection you seem to be so good at.
So you meet your child, who's called Sean, and also the wife is there as well. And basically, you just have a bit of family time, and that's nice for a little period of time before something bad happens.
Followed by flashes, blinding flashes, sounds of explosions. We're trying to get confirmation.
What?
We seem to have lost contact with our affiliate stations. We do have coming in. That's confirmed reports. I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania. My God.
So basically, the vault alarms are ringing, and you have to get to a vault as quick as your character can because there's about to be a nuclear explosion. So you run outside with your wife, and you run as fast as you can for the hill. Run up and get past the guy. He will say that you're registered on the list, and then you get to actually go inside the vault just before the nuclear blast explodes the surface.
Oh my God!
Hold on!
Oh God! Oh God!
So basically what you'll need to do is enter in Vault 111, pick up a Vault suit, and then you'll have to put it on as you enter a decontamination pod. These aren't actually decontamination pods though, prior to what they explained. These are actually cryopods that will freeze you. Years later, some mercenaries enter this area and open your wife's pod, steal your child, and shoot your wife while you're trapped inside your pod still. You can see everything that's going on, but you can't do anything because you're still trapped inside. You'll go to sleep and you'll wake up again, not knowing how long it's been, and you'll have to walk outside and just get out this vault area. You're the only one left alive inside the vault area, so yeah, you just have to escape. What you'll have to do is you'll have to battle some rad roaches, first by hitting them, and then you'll get distracted by a game called Red Menace, if you're like me, and then eventually you'll have to shoot some rad roaches because you'll have a gun, and then you'll just have to lead yourself all the way to the exit. When you're in the exit area, you'll be able to grab a Pip-Boy where you'll be able to put onto your wrist, use that to plug into the machine and open up the door, and then cross over the bridge, use the elevator, confirm your character, and then that's it. Finish and leave the vault. So overall, which Fallout do you like the best? 3, 4, or Vegas? For me, it has to be number 3, mainly because you grow up with your character. You're used to this world that's just the vault. That's all you know. That's all you have ever known. And then all of a sudden, it expands at the end of it. And you're like, what the hell is this? It's such an experience for your character to go through. And you feel that because you've grown up with him. When your dad leaves the vault and it forces you to leave the vault as well, there is a connection there because you've done quite a bit of portion of the game already just with him in it. So there is a little bit of relationship there where it feels enough to go chasing after him when you leave that vault. You don't have to. There's loads of other things you can do inside the game, but at least it establishes his character very well. It doesn't just make it immediate that he's automatically already run away. Anyway, that's the video for you right there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on another Jump Inside Gaming video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye. Hey, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, then please don't forget to consider to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on another Jump Inside video. Goodbye.